Hello everyone, myself Dhaneshwar Shimre, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Zoology, Sri Venkatesh College, Devaraja, District, Buldana. Here we discuss the topic that is ribosome structure and function. So ribosome, it is one of the cell organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosome, and so nucleus and others. So here we will see the ribosome structure and function. So there is the synonyms of this ribosome on the basis of function and also on the basis of the scientist who discovered this or find out this ribosome. So first, it is also known as ribonucleoprotein factories, then also known as pallid particles, protein factories, cloud particles, as ribosome is found in mitochondria and chloroplast. So that's why this ribosome is known as or called as organelle within the organelle. Ribosomes are submicroscopic, smallest, dense, membraneless granular ribonucleoprotein organelles found in all living cells. Cloud in 1941 first observed ribosome and called them as microsomes, which were actually fragments of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Later on in 1953, Robinson and Brown first discovered ribosome in plant cells. Then in 1955, Pallid isolated ribosome from animal cells and detected RNA in them. Then in 1958, the R.B. Roberts coined the term ribosomes. Next, distribution and the number of ribosome. The ribosomes are present in both prokaryotic, that is in microorganism, and eukaryotic cells, that is animal cell and plant cells, but it is absent in mature RBC and sperms. Mature RBC, that is a red blood corpuscle which is found in blood. Next, in prokaryotic cells, they are found freely scattered in the cytoplasm, but in eukaryotic cells they occur free in the cytoplasmic matrix and also attached to the outer surface of the rough endoplasmic reticulum and nuclear envelope. So that's why the endoplasmic reticulum, which is attached with ribosomes, are called as rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the endoplasmic reticulum which is without ribosomes or not attached, attached with the ribosome, that's it is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes are also found in the matrix of mitochondria and the stroma of plastids in the eukaryotic cells. These ribosomes are called organelle ribosomes to distinguish them from the cytoplasmic reticulums. It is found these ribosomes may occur singly, that is called as monosomes, or it may occur in a clusters, which is called as polysomes. At the time of protein synthesis, 6 to 8 ribosomes temporarily join with mRNA to form a cluster called polyribosomes or polysomes, or it is also known as ergosome. The number of ribosomes in a cell depends upon the active protein synthesis. In eukaryotic cells, up to 10 million ribosomes are present. So, huge number of ribosomes, as there is continuous synthesis of protein in a occur within a cells, but there is a huge large number of ribosomes are required for this protein synthesis. Next, the types of ribosomes. So the types of ribosome on the basis of sedimentation coefficient measured in Swedberg units, or it is S units. Two types of ribosome have been recognized, that is 70S ribosome and 80S ribosome. However, ribosome with different sedimentation value found in different phyla. For example, there is 77S found in a fungal mitochondria and 55S in a mammalian mitochondria. So on this basis, the first type of ribosome, it is 70S, which is found in prokaryotic cells such as bacteria and cyanobacteria, mitochondria and chloroplast of eukaryotic cells. This 70S ribosome is made up of two different subunits, where the small subunit is of 30S and the large subunit is of 50S. The second type of ribosome is a 80S ribosome, in which this 80S, the small subunit is of 40S while the large subunit is of 60S. So these are the two different types of ribosome on the basis of sedimentation coefficient. Then in case this the composition of prokaryotic ribosomes. The ribosome, prokaryotic ribosomes, which is of 70S, contain three different types of RNA, that is 5S, 16S and 23S. The 16S RNA occur in a smaller 30S subunit, while the 5S and 23S occur in the larger 50S subunit. The 23S RNA consists of 2900 nucleotides, while 16S rRNA has 1540 nucleotides and the 5S rRNA has 120 nucleotides. The protein content of the ribosome is rather complicated. The 70S bacterial ribosomes are formed of about 54 different types of protein. Of these, 34 are present in a large subunit, that is 50S, and remaining 21 it is in the 30S, that is a small subunit. One protein is common to both the subunits, and hence there are altogether 54 total proteins. Then the composition of eukaryotic ribosomes. So in case of eukaryotic ribosome, that is 80S ribosome, consists of 4 different types of rRNA: 5S, 5.8S, 18S and 28S rRNA. The 18S RNA occurs in the smaller 40S subunit, while the 5S, 5.8S, 28S occur in the larger 60 subunit. 18S rRNA of the larger subunit consists of about 1900 nucleotides, while the RNA 28S RNA is of 4800 nucleotides, 5.8 years rRNA having 160 nucleotides, and 5 years are of 120 nucleotides respectively. The small subunit consists of about 33 different proteins, and the larger subunits has of 50 different proteins. So here the diagram which shows the composition of prokaryotic ribosome subunits and as well as eukaryotic ribosome subunits, where in this the prokaryotic small subunit 30s which composed of 16s RNA plus 21 proteins, while the larger subunit 50s composed of 23s and 5s rRNA plus 34 proteins. While in case of eukaryotic ribosome, the small subunit that is 40s has 18s rRNA plus 30 proteins, and the larger subunit 60s which is made up of 28s, 5.8s and 5s rRNA plus 40 different proteins. Now the ultrastructure of a ribosome. Ribosomes are smallest and most abundant organelles of a cell. Each ribosome is porous, hydrated and composed of two unequal subunits, larger which is a dome shape, which having a dome shape, and the smaller one oblate. The larger subunit has protuberance, a ridge and a stalk. The smaller subunit has platform, cleft head and base. It is about half the size of larger subunit. The smaller subunit fits over the larger one at one end like a cap. Next, the two subunits usually remain separated and come together only at the time of protein synthesis, that is during the process of translation. So when the translation process will start, only that time this large subunit and small subunit will get come together, and when the translation process or protein synthesis is complete, these two subunits get separated. So for the union of two subunits, it requires 0.001 m of Mg2 plus subunits dissociated below it, and when the concentration of Mg2 plus is more, these non-functional dimers are formed. So for the association of this large and small subunit, the Mg2 plus concentration, it depends upon the Mg2 plus concentration. When the concentration is more, then the association is off, and when the concentration is less, then these Mg2 plus get dissociated, that is separated. Then each ribosome has 4 different specific sites which is of having a different function in a protein synthesis. So these are first site mRNA binding site in a smaller subunit, then A site which is also known as amino acid tRNA site, third one is P site which is also called as peptidyl tRNA site, and E site or exit site to which uncharged tRNA come before leaving the ribosomes. So that from where the tRNA will exit, that's why this site is called as the E site. So this diagram which shows the different active sites of a ribosome where these when this large subunit and small subunit get associated, these sites will be formed. So that diagram is showing the larger subunit, smaller subunit, and mRNA, then different binding sites. Chemically, ribosomal subunits consist of highly folded ribosomal RNA and many attached proteins. The ratio of rRNA to protein in prokaryotic and eukaryotic ribosomes is 60-40 and 50-50 by weight respectively. The ribosomal protein may be basic, structural, or enzymatic in function. The larger subunit of ribosome contains an important enzymes, peptidyl transferase, which brings about the formation of peptide bond. Inside the ribosome, the rRNA remains fully covered with proteins. The ribosomes are therefore ribonucleoprotein particles. The functions of ribosomes. So first one is as a protein factories. The ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis and also provide necessary enzymes for the same. Hence, these are called as protein factories. Second one is free and attached ribosome. Pre-ribosome synthesis structural and enzymatic proteins for use inside the cell. The attached ribosome synthesize proteins for transport. Then third one is enzymes and factors. The ribosome provide enzyme, that is peptidyl transferase, and factors for condensation of amino acid to form polypeptide. Next one is rRNA. Ribosome contain rRNA for providing attachment points to mRNA and tRNA. Next, mRNA. Ribosome has a tunnel for mRNA so that it can be translated properly. Then next, protection. A newly synthesized polypeptide is provided protection from cytoplasmic enzymes by enclosing it in the groove of larger subunit of ribosome till it attains secondary structure. So it protects the newly formed polypeptide from the different enzymes. So thank you.